Hi YouTube, Engineer Boy 100. Once again, we got a job on the 1994 Toyota Corolla 7afe. In today's video, I'll be changing the idle air valve. I have a problem with my idle, and I have a problem with my idle going up properly when I push the air conditioning switch. Okay, so here's an example of what happens when the idle air valve is not working correctly. So as you can see, the idle is at about 1,000. I just started. It's kind of cold. You can see the temperature on the right, on the left. It's cold, but still you can see the result. When I push the button for the AC, the idle actually should go up because the switch that turns on the compressor on the air conditioner also tells the idle air valve to give a little bit more air so that the engine revs a little bit more because of the added load. But when I push the button, the idle goes down. I'll show you twice. Here's when I push the button, watch the idle RPM. See, the load is added, but no added air because the idle air valve is clogged. See, I turn it off. Here's the button here. Push the button, and the idle goes down. So, we're going to change that idle air valve, take out the old one, and clean it up too, and then we'll check this idle and see if it goes up. Here's the old idle air control valve right here. We'll be taking that guy out and replacing it with this new one right here. Removing the idle air valve on this vehicle is basically just 3 steps. You want to remove the air filter box, disconnect it from the throttle body. Then you want to take out 4 screws and remove the throttle body. And then the idle air valve is bolted to the bottom of the throttle body, and then you just remove that. So now that we got the throttle body off, you can see underneath is the idle air control valve. It's held on by 4 screws, and you have to take off the 2 coolant hoses, one on each side, here and here, and then there's the air supply, a hose right here in the middle. Once you take those loose, we can flip it over and take off the valve itself. Taking the coolant lines off, you might want to have a plan for plugging these so you don't leak out coolant. There we go. Here's a little bit of WD-40 to loosen up the hoses so you don't destroy them, you don't damage them. Makes it easier to get them off. So I'm just going to use a couple of spare nuts I have laying around to plug these hoses, so that it just keep leaking coolant all over. So just pull it off. See, the WD-40 makes it nice and easy, and slip in my bolt like that. And do the other one the same way, and slip in my bolt. And that way, and you can see the air one just came right off because I put the WD-40 on that. Now we have these 4 little screws to take loose, and then the whole unit will come off. Look at that, OEM too. Toyota, probably never been changed in 28 years. I use this manual impact hammer because the screws are kind of tight, and I know that they're made out of soft material and I want to destroy them. So I use this little impact driver, and makes the job a lot easier. Don't forget to change the gasket. The new valve should come with a new gasket. Alright, here is the old, here of course, and here is the new one. So let's take a look at these guys. Let's compare them. Here's the old gasket. I guess they have the new gasket. Here you can see it's kind of rounded on top, and there's the old one is flat. Actually, the old one really doesn't look like it's in that bad a shape. So the valves themselves, let's look at the bottoms. You can see how this is really clean, and the openings are there, nice and available for airflow. Look at this one, it's all black, dirty. And the little solenoid comes off of this housing. I loosened the screws in advance for to make it faster in the video. But you can see how these are really black, dirty, clogged, probably not moving very well. And the solenoid, here's the 2 screws that hold it on. I already loosened those up, and they come off. Now you're going to have a little bit of magnetic resistance here, and this is, oh wow, this thing is just like clogged. It's not moving at all, it's frozen. Oh, it moves a little bit. It's dirty, but you can see it's dirty in there. See the little, so yeah, I'm going to see if I can clean this and see if I can get it working right again. But in the meantime, I'm going to put this new one on, tighten down the 4 bolts, and we're going to try it and see if my AC button makes my idle go up now instead of down. Awesome, thanks. What would I have done if you hadn't came? How would I have got that screwdriver? I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. You realize you just saved the day, right?
Yeah, and I just got home from Dutch Bros.
From what?
Dutch Bros.
Oh, Dutch Brothers? Yummy. What'd you get to drink?
They got this new thing, and it's like sodas. It's like syrup mixed with carbonated water.
Nice. All right, we have the 4 bolts on, holding the throttle body on. We've got the idle air valve down there with the hoses reconnected, and we have the electrical connector back on the idle air valve. So as you can see, I took the opportunity to clean the electrical connector. Woohoo! But now we need to go inside the car, start it up, and try the AC and see if the idle goes up instead of down when we push the button. Alright, as you can see, it does run and idle. We have the new idle air control valve in, but I have the same issues when I drive as I had before, and when I put the AC on, the idle goes down. So here's the AC button. When I push this button right here, when I push it, watch the idle. It's gonna go down. Come on. It almost dies. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I think it's this cheap idle air control valve, 29 bucks. So I bought an OEM Toyota brand, $150 idle air valve. I'll show you that next. I'll put that in and see if it runs better. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I'm pulling off the idle air valve that I just put on, the brand new one. That was some kind of generic aftermarket, because I think it's not working right. The only difference I can see between the two, the OEM one for 150 bucks has a sticker, and the aftermarket one has none. So let's get these swapped out, see if there's any difference in performance, and if there is, this guy's going back. Stay tuned. Okay, I got her all buttoned up. There she is installed. You can't see the sticker because it's pointing down. But I say we get inside, start her up, and see what it does. Here we go. All right. way too high now because I turned the idle up for that other one. So now I get to turn it down to the normal and see if it'll respond correctly to the AC. So let's put the AC on. Where's the little button? The little AC. And look at that. It does not go down. Oh, the AC's not. Okay. Interesting. But it goes down to the correct. I think it was going high like that because it's cold and it wasn't started. But look at that. That's perfect. Perfect. And the AC is on. That's right where it's supposed to be when the AC is on. Alright guys, it's been a little bit of a journey. Thanks for coming along on the journey with me. Okay, I got the idle adjusted. I got it up to operating temperature. And I'll show you what happens when I turn on the AC right now. Perfect. That's what it's supposed to do. A little bit extra engine RPM to account for and adjust for the added load, to compensate for the added load of the air conditioner. Alright, that's it this time for real. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.